Saying that Anthony Joshua will not knock out or knock down. Did he say knock out or knock down? It doesn't really matter. He said will knock out both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder before the end of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never going to happen, is it?
We've seen AJ before. He can listen.
Yeah, and that's why I've said never.
One thing.
Eddie Hearn, let me tell you, Eddie Hearn does not actually believe that.
No, he probably does.
No, he does not believe that. He's a very clever man. He knows his boxing better than most people. Eddie Hearn, having seen all these heavyweights, does not believe Joshua will knock out both, not one of, both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. It just will not happen.
He'll never ever beat him on points, will he? He can't outbox Fury.
He's really got a timing on his career, but you know he wants to fight Wilder and he wants to fight Fury. Once he fights those two, he has boxed absolutely everyone in boxing. But he's going to knock out Deontay Wilder and then he's going to knock out Tyson Fury. He's going to become the
deluded. I will. I mean, you ask me to call you that. That would never ever happen. Ever.
No, but you say
Wilder v AJ. What will happen?
I think Wilder wins.
If you came in Monday morning and Joshua
I knocked out Wilder,
you wouldn't go, I can't believe it.
No.
You saw Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
You saw what's needed to beat Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
And you think Joshua's got that?
Yeah, but I think Joshua punches harder than Fury.
Honestly. Well, both of them, though.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but we'll need your help in the lab.
Greetings, people. I come in peace. Is Eddie Hearn delusional? Is it possible for AJ to beat Wilder and then go on to beat Fury? Darren Bent and Andy Goldstein, please stick to football. How is it deluded to believe a two-time unified champion and Olympic gold medalist can beat two boxers in his own weight category? There's nothing deluded about that. He might lose one and win one. He might lose both bouts. And it's also reasonable to believe he can win the two bouts. There's only three variables if we disclude the possibility of a draw. Andy Goldstein goes on to say Eddie Hearn is a boxing man, an intelligent man, that he knows it just will not happen. Well, who are you to define what can and can't happen? You're a football pundit, not an omnipotent entity. Look, the only reason it doesn't happen is because they won't fight him. It's as simple as that. AJ has been trying for years to get them both in a ring, and they've both avoided him to fight each other. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you they don't think Eddie is delusional. AJ is a live risk to anybody. It's really only now that people think he's a little bit fragile, so they sort of want to know, but they really don't want to know. They don't want to take that risk. He might come alive for them. If they don't fight him, I'm going to always say, until it happens, that AJ beats them both. They've been running scared for a while. Now they're walking scared. Maybe if they get really desperate for money, they'll get in the ring. Darren Bent was trying, bless him, but they were clearly out of their depth, bumbling around pretending to know what they're talking about. Anybody would think they're talking about Julius Francis. And no offence, even he would have a puncher's chance. AJ is far from a journeyman, but you wouldn't think so listening to these men, listening to the media, listening to these pundits. But once again, we have the same platform misleading millions of casuals and talking with a conviction that is tantamount to chicanery, scamming, conning. If they said, nah, I don't think so, or I think it's a bit too much for him, or nah, Fury's just too good, Wilder's too good, he's not good enough, then fair enough. But no, with demigod-like pronouncements, they say it will not happen. Never, ever, ever. My. Who do they think Fury and Wilder are? Anybody would think they're talking about a couple of celestial beings. I'm glad to say, though, not everybody's joined the cult of Fury.
If this matchup with Usyk happens with Fury, who would you favor in that undisputed fight?
I'd favor Usyk. I just think.
Wow! You said Usyk?
Yeah.
Over Fury?
No. Look. Fury's a big, strong guy who can move. I've never ever been a Fury fan in the sense that he's fighter. He's a great fighter. No, he beat Wilder, but Wilder is Wilder. big puncher, but he doesn't do a whole lot of anything else. He's tense hernia. Usyk's got a high boxing IQ. This guy's got a great amateur background. He's this guy's he's the real deal. He gives you angles. He knows how to fight big guys. No, I would pick him to win. I think his boxing IQ would be right on point, and I think his angles would be right on. His punching, he punches in straight lines. I think he would give problems for Fury in every which way, and I think he'd beat Fury. I really do. So I see fight happen. Hey, if Fury didn't believe that he'd be a headache for him, Fury would have taken that in a minute. It ain't happening. He'd say,
But Fury's so much bigger, so much taller, that so much longer reach. He
don't snap his punches. He pushes his punches. He's a big, strong guy. He clubs his guys. He clubs you, then he tries to lay on you. No, this guy gives the angles. He fights on angles. Usyk's boxing. He can let this guy lay on him and tie him up. No, this guy's gonna try to do that. And they'll keep getting punched. Usyk will be punching the whole time. No.
Wow, that's
You're
the first guy I've heard say that. Honestly,
nobody smack talks better than him. All that. But as far as fighting capability, I'm not impressed at all. Never have been. Big, strong guy who can move. He can move. I'm not impressed by his punches and how he throws his punches. And he doesn't stand until 4 or 5 punches. He doesn't throw combinations like a Joe Louis or Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson.
I'm done.
Notice even the interviewer says, "Wow, you're the first guy I've heard say that." There's plenty of people who say it, but they aren't given the platform or are disparaged and ridiculed into silence. Now let's just bring some lucidity and clarity to these mortals. Wilder, a 215-pound heavyweight who's clumsy with one tool in his box, and contrary to popular belief, he doesn't have much of a chin. I don't think I've ever seen someone get wobbled as much as Wilder. I suppose that's what makes his fights exciting. He pulls it from the brink. He's getting outboxed and about to be knocked out, and then he throws the right. Nice party trick, but how long will that last? And against what type of opposition? This is the whole reason why he's been carefully matched in the past. And then we have a duplicitous jester that moves well for a big person, but doesn't carry much power. He pushes, he slaps, and he clubs with his punches. I don't think he looks after himself very well. Now, how is anybody delusional for thinking that AJ can beat them? As I said earlier, the only reason it can't happen is they won't go in the ring with him.
If he fights Fury next, I think he beats Fury. I think he's the best heavyweight in the world. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think he is. I think he's an exceptional, exquisite fighter. And I think Tyson Fury's boxing ability is good, but it's good in comparative to many of the other heavyweights who just don't have good boxing ability, as well as him being 6'9" and nearly 20 stone. But I think Usyk will have the ability to nullify those advantages and get a win.
Last one. I have spoken.
George called him exquisite. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. I think Usyk is an excellent fighter. I draw your attention to these comments as a buffer to the onslaught of partisan rhetoric. Baloney. By the way, it is possible to outbox Fury. Fury has been conning the public by fighting plodders. No wonder Josh was so disillusioned with the media. Wouldn't you be?
How gratifying it is to work for the betterment of mankind.
Anyway, thanks for listening. And remember, choose life.